Hello children, today in the third class of electrochemistry, we are discussing some NCERT numericals based on Faraday's laws. Now before we start with this, it's good to remember certain things. First, certainly the formula. See, the first formula children that will apply is Faraday's first law. The mass of a substance deposited is proportional to charge, or I can write M is equal to ZIT, where Z is the electrochemical equivalent, I the current in amperes, T is time in seconds. This in amperes and time will be taken in seconds. Second, M1 upon M2 is equal to E1 upon E2. Now this is when the cells are connected in series. That means when we are passing the same charge across two electrolytic cells, then the masses deposited M1 and M2 are in the ratio of their equivalent masses E1 and E2. That is second law. And third thing that you need to remember is charge on 1 mole of electron is 1 Faraday, which is equal to 96500 coulombs, and 1 Faraday charge deposits a mass equal to E, that is equivalent mass of that substance. So these are the basic things that we need to remember. Certain other things that will help you when you are doing some calculations, which will make your calculations easier, you can learn this. See, generally children, atomic mass is given in the question, but for certain electrolytes you can always remember, if it is not given it can be used. First, these are the common electrolytes that are given in your NCERT questions. Atomic mass of copper is 63.5. If we need to calculate E, then we need to know the valency. Valency is +2 and equivalent mass is 63.5 upon 2, that is 31.75. That is how we calculate E. Now if Z is to be calculated, Z is E upon F. Now every time dividing a different number with F is a constant N6500, that will make your calculation little tedious. We can make it easier. If I calculate the value of just 1 upon F. Now 1 upon F children, 1 upon F is 1 upon 96500, and this is approximately 10 to the power minus 5. So we can always take it as 10 to the power minus 5. Suppose if you are calculating Z for copper, what I do? Z is equal to E. E turns out to be 31.75 into 10 to the power minus 5. If you are given the value of Z in the question, you will use that. If you are not given, then we can use this slightly approximate value. This will be slightly approximate because this is approximate value of 1 upon 96500, but it will help you greatly in calculations. Secondly, I can remember for zinc, mass of zinc is 65.3. Again, valency is +2 and E will be 65.3 upon 2 and Z 65.3 upon 2 into 10 to the power minus 5. Likewise, I can calculate, generally you will be given silver nitrate. Mass of silver is 108, valency is +1, so equivalent mass 108 and value of Z nearly 108 into 10 to the power minus 5. Then I may be given nickel. Mass is 58.7 and valency is +2. Therefore, E is 58.7 upon 2 and Z calculated comes out to be 29.35 and into 10 to the power minus 5. Then we can also calculate for calcium, atomic mass 40, valency plus 2, equivalent mass 20, and of course Z 20 into 10 to the power minus 5. For aluminium, atomic mass 27, valency is plus 3, so equivalent mass 27 upon 3, that is 9. And Z will be nearly 9 into 10 to the power minus 5. So if you remember these things, you can do the calculations quicker, faster, and there will not be any confusion when you are calculating the value of Z, because that is where generally we make a mistake. Now let us try to understand some questions. These are all NCERT questions, children. First type of question is asked like this. Calculate the amount of charge required. First type of problem. Calculate the amount of charge required Now this charge that is required, it may be asked in Faraday or in coulombs. You can calculate in Faraday and also convert it into coulombs. First part, let us assume, if you are asked, calculate the amount of charge required to convert 1 mole of calcium chloride to calcium. Now see children, in calcium chloride, we are not concerned with this chloride here. The reaction that is taking place at the cathode is, here you have calcium plus 2 ions, right? So this will accept, because the charge is plus 2, this is going to accept 2 moles of electrons, and then we deposit here 1 mole of calcium. So when 1 mole of Ca plus 2 ions is deposited to calcium, we require here 2 moles of electrons. 2 moles of electrons deposits 1 mole of calcium. 2 moles of electron means 2 Faraday. 1 mole of electron is 1 Faraday and 2 moles of electrons is 2 Faraday. You can also write in coulombs 2 into 96500 coulombs. It may be asked in Faraday, calculate how much charge is required in Faraday, or calculate how much charge is required in coulombs. Second question may be asked like this. Calculate the amount of charge required to deposit 40 grams of aluminium from Al2O3. Now we know children, in Al2O3 the charge on aluminium ion is plus 3 and equivalent mass E will be equal to atomic mass, that is 27 upon valency 3, that makes it 9 grams. Equivalent mass is 9 grams, and we know 1 Faraday of charge will always deposit a mass equal to 9 grams. So 9 grams is deposited by 1 Faraday, or 1 mole of electrons, and therefore 1 gram is deposited by 1 upon 9 Faraday. And 40 grams is deposited by 1 upon 9 into 40 Faraday. If asked in coulombs, multiply by 96500 coulombs. Right children? Now the third type of question that may be asked is, Calculate the amount of charge required to convert 1 mole of Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3. So from Fe plus 2 to Fe plus 3, the number of electrons that are released here is 1 mole of electrons. So 1 Faraday charge. A slightly different question may be given like this. One mole of MnO4 minus 1 to Mn plus 2. How much charge is required to convert 1 mole of MnO4 minus 1 to Mn plus 2? Children, here you are only concerned with Mn. So let's calculate the oxidation number of Mn here. Then we can ascertain how many moles of electrons are required. Here, if you assume this is X, the oxidation number is X. So X, oxidation number of oxygen is minus 2. So minus 2 into 4 minus 8 is equal to minus 1 and X is plus 7. So actually here we are converting Mn plus 7 to Mn plus 2. For this, children, we require plus 7 to plus 2. If we add 5 moles of electrons, Mn plus 7 is converted to Mn plus 2. So here you need 5 moles of electrons or 5 Faraday charge. In coulombs, of course, 5 into 96500 coulombs. So that is one type of questions. You will be asked to calculate how much charge is required for a particular conversion. The second type of question is based on the first law of electrolysis. Here we will be using the formula N is equal to ZIT. See, next question, children, is second type of question. A solution of nickel nitrate, NiNO3 twice. Nickel nitrate is electrolyzed means we are passing current by using a steady current of 5 amperes for 20 minutes. We are performing electrolysis and we are taking this solution of nickel nitrate. So at the cathode, children, nickel ions Ni plus 2 will be deposited as nickel. The question is, if we are passing a steady current of 5 amperes for 20 minutes, then how much of nickel is deposited? Calculate the mass of nickel deposited. Children, whenever you are attempting NCERT questions or any numericals, basically remember first to analyze the data carefully, write the data, what is given to you, then write the formula, value putting, calculation. All these steps carries marks. There is always step marking, so follow like this. First we write the data that is given. We have a solution of nickel nitrate. So in this solution, Ni plus 2 will be converted to nickel. By using a steady current of 5 amperes, I is 5 amperes, for a time period of 20 minutes, T is 20 into 60. Time is to be taken into seconds, that is 1200 seconds. We have to calculate the mass M deposited here. That is the data given. Formula that we use, M is equal to Z into I into T. Now Z, children, it is not given in the question, but you can calculate Z by using Z is equal to E upon F. Now atomic mass of nickel is 58.7. So instead of Z, I can write E upon F into I into T, where E is atomic mass upon its valency. So in this case, valency is +2. So E is 58.7 upon 2. And the value of 1 upon F, actually it is like this. E is 58.7 upon 2. The value of F 96500. So this is Z. This entire thing is Z into I into T, 5 into 20 into 60. Now the value of this 1 upon 96500, this can be taken as 10 to the power minus 5. 58.7 upon 2, this is 29.35 into 100 into 60, 6,000. Becomes easier, and when you calculate, let's say this comes out to be nearly 1.8 grams. So 1.8 grams of nickel is deposited. Just a quick revision. A solution of nickel nitrate is electrolyzed. So Ni plus 2 is converted to nickel. Nickel is getting deposited by using a current of 5 ampere. This is I is 5 ampere. Time 20 minutes. For a time period 20 minutes, in seconds 1200 seconds. Calculate the mass of nickel deposited. So M is equal to Z into I into T. Z की जगह E upon F और E है atomic mass upon valency. So 58.7 upon 2 ये E हो गया. E upon 96500 into this. This is charge. Current into time is charge. 1 upon F, 1 upon 96500 is approximately 10 to the power minus 5 into 29.35 into 6000 makes it 1.8 grams. So that is second type of question. Third type of question will be based on the second law of electrolysis. Let us see children another question. Third type of question is asked like this. We have 3 electrolytic cells A, B and C. There are 3 electrolytic cells A, B and C containing zinc sulfate, silver nitrate and copper sulfate. So 3 electrolytic cells A, B, C containing zinc sulfate, silver nitrate, copper sulfate respectively are connected in series. Connected in series means the same amount of charges pass, and when we connect the cell in series, then we know the masses deposited are in the ratio of their equivalent weights. Now, the question is 3 electrolytic cells A, B and C containing this are connected in series, and a steady current of 1.5 ampere is passed until 1.45 grams of silver is deposited in B. ये 3 cells है. 1.5 ampere current तीनों में पास कर रहे हैं. कब तक? जब तक कि यहाँ पर सिल्वर डिपॉजिट होता है 1.45 grams. Time is not given. The first part of the question is calculate the time for which current is passed. Calculate the time for which current is passed. Now here we can find the time by considering just this cell. In this cell, apply the formula. M is equal to Z into I into T. Before we start calculating this, Z for silver can be calculated like this: E upon F. E is atomic mass upon valency. Atomic mass 108 and valency is 1. And into 96500. This is nearly 108 into 10 to the power minus 5. 1 upon 96500 taken as 10 to the power minus 5, and E is 108. So this is the value of Z. The mass that is deposited, तब तक आपने करंट पास किया जब तक 1.45 ग्राम ऑफ सिल्वर डिपॉजिट होता है. तो मास जो डिपॉजिट हुआ that is 1.45 grams. This is the mass deposited. Z होगा E upon F. E is 108. 108 upon 96500. 1 upon 96500 को हम ले लेंगे 10 to the power minus 5. Current 1.5 into T. From here you can calculate T. So T comes out to be 1.45 upon 108 into 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 5, and this is about 863.76 seconds. 863.7 seconds. That is the approximate value of the time required. Now we come, see, this is the first part. We are passing this current, 1.5 amperes of current for a given time. The mass deposited in this cell is 1.45. So in this cell we apply M is equal to ZIT and we can calculate time. The second part of the question, children, is calculate the amount of zinc and copper deposited. See, one thing, children, is one way we can do it. We have calculated time. So again we can apply M is equal to ZIT independently here as well as here. But there is a probability कि आप T निकालने में गलती कर देंगे. अगर वो हुआ तो फिर ये पार्ट भी गलत और वो पार्ट भी गलत. I will not suggest that. Use second law of electrolysis instead of that. So according to second law, M1 upon M2 is equal to E1 upon E2. So first compare zinc and silver. So I would say mass of zinc deposited upon mass of silver deposited is equal to equivalent mass of zinc and equivalent mass of silver. Easy, children? Mass of zinc deposited you have to calculate. So mass of zinc deposited is equal to mass of silver deposited into equivalent mass of zinc, equivalent mass of silver. Mass of silver that is deposited 1.45 gram. Equivalent mass of zinc is atomic mass upon valency. Atomic mass of zinc 65.3, valency 2. Equivalent mass of silver is atomic mass 108 upon valency, that is 1. This you can calculate, children. That is the mass of zinc that is deposited, and it comes out to be 0.438 grams. So 0.438 grams of zinc is deposited. Likewise, I can calculate when I compare the second part. Calculate the amount of copper deposited. For copper, I can simply use here mass of copper upon mass of silver is equal to equivalent mass of copper upon equivalent mass of silver. So mass of silver, mass of copper here is equal to mass of silver into equivalent mass of copper upon equivalent mass of silver. Equivalent mass of copper, atomic mass of copper is 63.5 and valency is 2. Silver again 108 and 1, and you can calculate this value, children. It comes out to be 0.426 grams. Mass of copper upon mass of silver is equal to equivalent mass of copper upon equivalent mass of silver. Mass of copper either आएगा तो mass of Ag into equivalent weight of copper, equivalent weight of silver. Mass of silver that is deposited 1.45 grams. Equivalent mass of copper is atomic mass upon valency. Atomic mass of copper is 63.5, valency is 2. Equivalent mass of silver, mass is 108 upon valency is 1. This calculated, children, comes out to be 0.426 grams. So these are the different ways in which the questions based on electrolysis may be asked. Please practice it. In the next lecture, in the next session, we will discuss electrochemical cells. Thank you.